Welcome everyone to another Ref Brandon and the Todd Family YouTube video, wherever you are, whatever you may be doing. Thank you so much for making Ref Brandon and the Todd Family part of your day. We always greatly appreciate it. If you jump on here live here on this Tuesday evening, feel free to leave a comment in the comment section down below. Make sure to give the video a like, a thumbs up. If you have not yet subscribed, please do so and share the video on all social media platforms. Tonight, we're going to talk some wrestling. So unless I get a lot of live feedback, tonight's video's not going to be really long. My main topic is Crown Jewel, which comes your way this weekend. But before we talk about Crown Jewel, I'm going to tell you where I'll be at this weekend. A two-show weekend this weekend. Good evening, Kevin. I'm glad to have you here, as always, and thanks for commenting, as always. And it may even be a three-show weekend, but the third show I'm not positive on, so I won't talk about it because I may not be there. But the two that I know for sure I'm doing is Saturday night, 244, Livestock Road, Easton Ollie, Georgia, SWA's Road to Fightmare. And Fightmare is 2 weeks from this Saturday, coming up on the 25th of October. Now, as always, doors open at 6 o'clock. Bell time is 7 o'clock. And tickets are only $5. And you can't beat that. We were supposed to have a number one contenders match for the SWA Premier Championship with Eric Riker going one-on-one with Billy Starr. But Billy Starr was injured at a UCW show this past weekend. He's supposed to be in a neck brace, taking 6 weeks off. So come on out and find out whether or not they just give Riker the win by forfeit, or they find a replacement for Billy. But Billy's a tough old son of a gun, so if somebody doesn't stop him, he'll probably still try to wrestle. Hey there, Jax. Glad to have you here. And of course, we'll have all the normal. Hey there, Harper. Hey there, Abreu. Glad to have you here. We'll have all the normal SWA stars such as Seth Stevens, Brent Hudson, Jimmy Lee, the aforementioned Eric Riker, Jackson Carter, Drox, Dexter, Crystal Rose, Alex Keitel, Cody McCauley, Cade Powers, all the usual suspects, Eric Thunder, as we build the Fightmare, which comes up 2 weeks from this Saturday. And Jax and Abreu and Harper, I think it's all three of y'all's first time leaving a comment in the comment section. Hey there, Jesse. Glad to have you here. For these y'all's first time being here, whatever reason made y'all stop by the channel tonight, I greatly appreciate it. Feel free to give the video a like, a thumbs up, and if you have not subscribed, please do so, and share the video on all social media platforms, and tell your friends, tell your family about the channel. And hey there, EXD. Glad to have you here. And also coming up on Sunday afternoon, Scrappy Championship Wrestling presents Spooky Season, since of course it is Halloween time of the year, and Scrappy only runs once every 2 months, so this will be their first show since August. 305 Cherry Street in Royston, Georgia is the address. Doors open at 3:30. Bell time is 4 o'clock. Jacob Ashworth has his first title defense since he won the Scrappy Heavyweight Championship at the last show. Michael Walker and DJ Smoke had their long-awaited clash. We're going to have the Scrappy Championship Wrestling debuts of CT Keys and the Wonder Boys, and we're also going to find out what they're going to do with the middleweight championship because we have Da Silva, Teo, and Caleb Crocker all feuding over that championship. So come on out. All that and more coming up Sunday, 4 o'clock bell time, 3:30 doors open, 305 Cherry Street for Scrappy Championship Wrestling's Spooky Season. Now on to tonight's main topic, which is Crown Jewel, which comes up Saturday night. Of course, it's on the all-new ESPN platform. And they've announced 5 matches, and that's probably what they're going to have. They've pretty much shown now on a consistent basis that, 5 matches is pretty much what they have outside of the big PLEs. We're going to have Roman Reigns versus Bronson Reed in a street fight. Cody Rhodes versus Seth Rollins for the Crown Jewel Championship. Stephanie Vaquer versus Tiffany Stratton in the Women's Crown Jewel Championship. John Cena versus AJ Styles. Hey there, Smooth. Glad to have you here. And Rhea Ripley and Io Sky versus the Kabuki Warriors. Now, I've mentioned this a couple times here over the past month or so, but if you follow the channel, you know that I've been talking wrestling less and less. Now, I still try to discuss all the shows that I'm going to be refereeing at because I love to meet, new fans, new people. But I've been talking less and less about WWE because it just hasn't been getting my attention. And I hate it because when Triple H first took over, he came in and was doing great. And maybe it's just the way I see it, but it just seems to me like ever since he got the big, huge contract from Netflix and then got the ESPN deal, he was kind of like, well, I'm rich now, piss on it. And just nothing they've done in the past 3 months has really got my attention. I'm not enjoying anything they're doing. Hey there, Haywood. Glad to have you back. And I'm guessing that Junkyard Dog and Jake the Snake Roberts and Tiger Conway and Kamalo are all some of your favorite wrestlers. Hey there, Kirk. Glad to have you here. Haywood, I'm glad you're a wrestling fan because I love wrestling and I love talking old school wrestling. But I don't believe that Triple H just all of a sudden forgot how to book a show. I just think that he got that money and he was like, well, if we shut down next week, I don't care anymore. And just nothing they've done since WrestleMania has got my attention. I've lost interest. I still read about what's going on and try to keep up with it to talk about it here on the channel. But as far as watching it, it just, to me, paying that $30 for that ESPN platform just to watch it when it's not worth watching, I just don't see no reason to do it. Hey there, Alyssa. Glad to have you here. So maybe eventually they'll do something that gets my attention and draws me back in. Good evening, Eddie. Glad to have you back. I have not seen your name in the comments section in quite a few days, so glad to have you back. Maybe they'll do something in the next few months or weeks to garner my attention, but so far I haven't seen it. And if what you're doing on a regular basis doesn't garner my attention and make me interested, I'm not going to pay an extra $30 to watch. I just don't see it. So good luck to all of you that are going to watch it, and I'll read about it and I'll watch highlights of it, but it just doesn't seem like anything to me that's worth $30. And that's kind of the problem with, basically bringing back pay-per-views. Back in the day when you had WCW at their prime and WWE at the time F in their prime, you watched Nitro on a regular basis. And back then you paid, I think, $45, I believe, or $40 for a pay-per-view. And if you spent $40 for a pay-per-view, and it was basically what you'd see on Nitro without commercials, there's no point in buying it. And that's the problem with now pretty much bringing it back with the premium live events is you have to pay $30 for it. And if it's just like watching a Raw or SmackDown with fewer commercials, why pay 30 extra bucks? If I'm going to pay 30 extra bucks, you've got to deliver on something. And if you just give me a regular wrestling show with fewer commercials, to me, it's not worth the money. So maybe they'll do something to garner my attention, but to say I've lost interest the last few months would be an absolute understatement. But any thoughts on any of this, please feel free to let me know. Hey there, Max. I'm glad to have you here. Let's go ahead and get our dad joke of the day in here. I love my furniture. Me and my recliner go way back. And that does it for today's Ref Brandon and the Todd Family YouTube video. Until next time, it's Ref Brandon saying, just like in pro wrestling, life can be over by the count of 3. Tell your friends and family how much you love them.